Mm. Once you taste this cream cheese frosting, you're going to get why I eat it with a spoon. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marta and I am the chef and author of Sense and Edibility, a site where I teach you everything I know about cooking, baking, and cocktail making. And today's video is how to make cream cheese frosting. Fun fact that you probably don't care about. I used to be a big event cake decorator. For many, many years, I designed and decorated all kinds of cakes and desserts. And as a result, I have an arsenal of recipes from my time as a cake decorator. This cream cheese frosting recipe was my go-to recipe for any cake that I had to make that the client requested cream cheese flavor in. And the reason why I developed this recipe is because a lot of times these big event cakes were served in hot cities. So I used to live in El Paso, I now live in San Antonio. Humidity is real and so is the heat. I needed a recipe that could hold up to the heat and the humidity, but also hold its edge. When we're talking about cakes, I wanted to be able to pipe a border or pipe a dam to keep fillings inside of the cake. And I also wanted something that would look pretty when I decorated the outside of a cake. And this is the recipe that I always use. You're probably not decorating huge cakes to serve at a wedding in San Antonio in July, but if you wanted to, you got the frosting for it. This recipe is not gummy, it's not liquidy, it doesn't ooze off your cake and create a mess. So it's perfect for filling cakes like carrot cake or coconut cake or just regular pound cake. But you also can have fun with it by piping borders on your cakes or piping decorations on your cookies. Cream cheese frosting is not just for cakes. You can use cream cheese frosting to fill and frost your cakes, top cupcakes, fill breads, glazed breads, sweet rolls, cinnamon rolls, cherry rolls. You can use it to top cookies. You can eat it with a spoon. Cream cheese frosting is like the duct tape of the cake decorating world. It binds everything together. It fixes anything. It is amazing. Unless you don't like cream cheese, and then I don't know where you clicked on the video, but whatever. In today's video, I'm going to show you everything I know about making this cream cheese frosting. But before we get into that, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and sign up for notifications so that you can get notified every time I post a new video like this one. I want to show you how I make my cream cheese frosting, and it's not going to take that long, so let's watch. Let's start by discussing why sifting powdered sugar, aka confectioner's sugar, is so important when making frostings. I'm sifting mine through a fine mesh sieve, and you'll notice at the bottom, when I'm done sifting most of it, there are lumps that are as big as a gumball. Now, if you add that to your cream cheese frosting, you're not going to get a smooth frosting. You're not going to be able to pipe it properly, and you're not going to be able to smooth it properly on your cake. So take the time to sift your powdered sugar. I always sift mine twice just because I like a very light cream cheese frosting. If you sift it once properly, then that should be good enough though. Go ahead and sift all your powdered sugar. I'm doing a double batch of this cream cheese frosting, so I have 4 pounds of sugar here. Set this to the side and check out what I mean when I say room temperature cream cheese and butter. When you press your finger into the butter, it should leave an indentation, but the butter shouldn't smush everywhere. It should also still be slightly cold. So add your room temperature cream cheese and your room temperature unsalted butter, as well as vegetable shortening, to a mixing bowl with kosher salt. Using an electric hand mixer or a stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, start blending this mixture in at low speed for about a minute, and then increase the speed to medium-high and blend it for 3 minutes or until it's nice and smooth. Add 2 cups of powdered sugar to the bowl. You don't want to overwhelm this or powdered sugar is going to fly everywhere. Start mixing it at low speed. And once most of the sugar is mixed in, stop the mixer and scrape down the bowl and add 2 more cups of powdered sugar. Continue doing this until all the powdered sugar is mixed in. Now, you see I had to change my bowl because the bowl I started with was too small. And scrape down your bowl because as you can see, there's tons of powdered sugar still at the bottom of my bowl. Increase the mixing speed to medium-high, and you want to whip this until it's nearly white and fluffy. Next, add your freshly squeezed lemon juice and vanilla extract to the bowl. Scrape down the bowl once again, and then go ahead and blend this mixture. Start at low speed just to get things moving, and then increase the speed to medium-high and blend this for another 3 minutes or until it's nice and fluffy and smooth. This is the reason why it's so important to sift your powdered sugar and use fats that are at the proper temperature. Now, because it's semi-loose, you want to refrigerate this for 30 minutes before using, and then give it a taste. After 30 minutes, you can use this cream cheese frosting however you like to top cakes, cupcakes, cookies. Use it as a glaze by thinning it with milk or water, and you're ready to enjoy. Now, you can't tell me that that is not an easy recipe. With a few key techniques, you can make the best cream cheese frosting out there. So now I want to answer some frequently asked questions I get about this cream cheese frosting recipe. So if you remove the cream cheese from this recipe and replace it with equal amounts of unsalted room temperature butter, then you're now making an American buttercream. So it's no longer a cream cheese frosting, it's an American buttercream. So yes, you can remove the cream cheese from this recipe and create a different type of buttercream, a different type of frosting, but it ceases to be a cream cheese frosting. You don't have to use the shortening in this recipe. Why we use shortening in cake decorating applications is because we need to emulsify the butter in the frosting, and we also need to stabilize that butter. Butter is used primarily for its taste. It doesn't do much else in buttercream except stress you out. When we add or cut the butter with shortening, we stabilize it more because shortening is solid at room temperature, whereas butter kind of gets gooey when it's at room temperature. So you don't have to use shortening, but your cream cheese frosting is going to be very temperamental when it comes to heat. I recommend replacing it with butter because then you can chill it and it'll firm up your cream cheese frosting more than it would if you used cream cheese. Because again, cream cheese is pliable when it's at room temperature, and even when it's still cold, it's still pliable. So I recommend replacing it with butter, but you're going to have to chill this cream cheese frosting significantly because you've eliminated the one thing that is, solid at room temperature. But yes, you can remove the shortening if you don't like shortening. Just replace it with butter or cream cheese. You can make cream cheese frosting a week ahead of whenever you plan to do whatever with it. I would put it into an airtight container and put a piece of plastic film or plastic wrap directly on top of the surface to keep it from crusting over, and refrigerate it for about a week. I mean, you could refrigerate it for a little bit longer than that, but after a while it starts to get, it starts to taste like the refrigerator. So it tastes like air, cold air, which I don't know. I can taste that. I don't know if you can taste it, but it's not a great taste. So yeah, you can make it at that. You can make it at. This cream cheese frosting freezes beautifully. After making it, I pack it into a freezer storage bag, and then I press the air out, make the bag really flat with the icing in it, seal it, and then freeze it while it's laying flat in the freezer. Once it's frozen solid, I stand it up in the freezer so that it's super skinny and it doesn't take up a lot of space. And bonus to doing that is that when you want to thaw it, you just pull the bag out, put it in the fridge, let it thaw overnight, and because it's thinner, because it was you know, frozen flat and you, I mean, standing it up doesn't really do anything. But because it was frozen flat in a layer, it thaws faster. Yep. After it's thawed, you're going to have to mix it in the mixer again to kind of bring it together. And then you can use it. It'll be nice and fluffy. But yeah, you can freeze it for up to 2 months. I would go 2 months and no longer than that. Yeah. You can change the flavors of this cream cheese frosting. You can replace the lemon juice with orange juice, lime juice. I don't like lemon extract because lemon extract tastes artificial. Even pure lemon extract tastes funky to me. So I wouldn't do lemon extract. Don't do that. So lemon juice or lime juice or orange juice would be great replacements for the lemon juice in this recipe. You can also replace the vanilla extract in this recipe with almond extract. Rum extract, so good when you replace it with rum extract. Or you can replace it with orange liqueur. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's all I would replace. If you're doing this in the winter time or fall, you can also replace it with cinnamon extract and give it like a cinnamon cream cheese vibe. Yeah. This is how I make one of the best cream cheese frostings that you can use for cakes, cupcakes, cookies, sweet rolls, eating with a spoon because you want to and because you're grown and you pay taxes and you can do whatever you want. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below. Please, because again, I get a lot of comments about I want the recipe, you know, the measurements. I give you measurements down in the description box below. So just click on read more and you'll be able to see all the ingredients listed and their measurements. If you want the full recipe for this cream cheese frosting, head to my site, senseandedibility.com. It is located there along with a ton of cakes, cookies, and sweet rolls that you can use this on or in. I'll also link the full recipe down below in the description box, along with some of the equipment and the tools that I recommend you use to make this cream cheese frosting. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and sign up for notifications so that you can get notified every time I post a new video like this one. I'm actually in the next video going to show you how I put this cream cheese frosting to work. So stay tuned for that. I thank you so much for watching and I will see you on the next video. Don't forget, I probably have outtakes. So stay tuned. Bye. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. My mouth is watering. Oh my God. My mouth's still watering. French buttercream. There is a French buttercream. There's a German buttercream. Anyways, a mixture that is to emulsify the shortening, or